This is Gavin for iFilm London. We're at the press conference for Behind Enemy Lines, Frank Warren's show on the 15th of June at Wembley Arena. With me, I've got Frank Warren. How are you, Frank?
I'm good. Yourself?
Very well. I ain't got to patronise you by telling you, but this is a fantastic card you put together.
We always put fantastic cards together, and this is an excellent card, and they're proper fights, 50-50 fights, and that's what the fans want.
What was the situation with Deontay Wilder? Because there were stories about him being arrested, etc., etc. So, did that have anything to do with the fight being made or not being made?
Not at all. I understand he had a problem, but he's at the moment he's on police bail pending whatever's going to happen. But he'll be okay for this fight.
How would you rate Deontay Wilder as a test to Derek Chisora compared to the very difficult fights that Derek's had in his last 5 or 6 fights?
I think it's the other way around. I think for Deontay Wilder, he's got the test, and that's going to be, let's see what he's got. Let's see what he can do. You know, Derek's proven himself, and he's in fact had 8 fights less than Wilder, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how this fight goes. But a lot of people will make Wilder favourite. I think Derek will win.
And he banned Derek from the biscuits, Frank?
Absolutely. He's eaten too many of them. He's a serious digestive man, and that's been part of the problem with the fluctuation in the weight in the various fights that he's had.
So obviously, you know, if what you're saying is right, and Derek goes on to beat Deontay Wilder, this could set him up for possibly another world title fight.
Well, you know, provided Derek keeps winning, he'll get a world title fight. There's no doubt about that. You know, and but he's got to keep winning. He's got a winning style. You know, he had his last fight was his first fight for nearly a year out the ring, and he got that one out of the way under his belt against a fighter who really didn't come to fight. But this is a different situation with Wilder. We all, you know, anybody see him against Aldi Harrison, that's what you get with him. As soon as the bell goes, he jumps on you. He's had 28 fights, knocked out 28 opponents, which is a good KO record. And you know, whatever happens, you know that he can bang. And Derek doesn't take a backward step in the fight, so I think it's going to be a good battle.
Frankie Gavin versus Denton VASSELL. Fantastic fight for the Commonwealth and British welterweight titles. 2 unbeaten fighters as well going at it, so this should be a very interesting clash.
It will be, again, on paper, a 50-50 fight. Case for both of them. Frankie Gavin started off really well when he turned pro. Was Britain's only ever world amateur champion. But he faltered along the way. There were a few problems, and now he's got himself back together in his last few fights. And Denton VASSELL, you know, he's a quality operator. So I think this is going to be Frankie's toughest fight yet. But if he can do what we all believe he can do, what I believe he can do, then he should overcome Denton VASSELL. But one thing for sure, it's going to be a cracking fight.
Tony DODSON against Paul Smith, the Liverpool derby that's in London. Was there an idea to put this in Liverpool before you put it on the show?
There was, but unfortunately, because of the dates and because of the terms of the purse, we've had to get it on sooner rather than later. So the idea was we'll put it on here. It's the end of the football season, so hopefully the scouts as a travel and come down to see not only Paul and Tony's fight, but see the rest of the fights on the card. It'll be I think it's going to be a great night's boxing.
When I spoke to you about 2 or 3 weeks ago, you said that there could be some potential new signings coming to Frank Warren Promotions. Is there any development on that, Frank?
Yes, and we'll be announcing them along with a big show that we're putting on next week.
Really?
Yep.
No inklings, Frank?
I'll just give it to you. It's a big show we're putting on next week.
All right.
That's an inkling, isn't it?
Sort of.
Yeah, well,
sort of.
See you there, and then you can tell everybody what it is.
Just finally, can I get your thoughts on, obviously, John Ryder and Billy Joe Saunders, the person is going to Matchroom. Can I get your thoughts on this, Frank? Yeah,
it's a good fight, and I fancy my man to win it.
Okay. All right, we'll leave that one there. Excellent. All right. Frank, thank you very much for talking to from London, and we look forward to this Behind Enemy Lines. Who come up with that name, by the way? It's a good title.
Do you like that one?
Yeah.
That's probably the second best promoter in the world did that.
Gavin with Frank Warren for iFilm London. Thank you very much.